Let's do something really wholesome. Close your eyes and I want you to just picture your absolute 10 out of 10 girl. Imagine she is shaped and looks exactly just perfect for you. That when you hold eye contact with her, your dick gets hard. And now imagine that she is actually also a wife quality girl. She's also lovely. She has those characteristics that you've been looking for. She's so high quality, in fact, that other men want her. Other men who might be further than you in the competition of men. Other men who might be more successful than you, who might make more money than you do, who might have a better character than you, who might be better at speaking to a girl, flirting, holding her eye contact. So how is she yours then? You want her so badly because she's so high quality, but then so do I. And the truth is, you can't compete with me. For our first date, for my first date with your future wife, I'll text her and say, let's go to a different country. Let's go to Santorini in Greece. Let's go to Bali for our first date. And you might think, oh, well, money's not going to attract her, but I'm charming as well. I've watched the same dating advice videos that you have. I've read the same spiritual loving books that you have. So I'm charming as well. I'm attractive. I can make her wet just by talking to her deeply into her eyes. So how would you compete? I know that I sound like an asshole, but how would you compete against me in this situation here? How would you compete against all the other guys who want your future girl? Because you must get ready for this right now. Now, I sound like a massive dick in this video, but what I'm trying to do is make it clear to you that this is a competition and that other men want what you have, not just with women, but with resources, lifestyle, friends, status, recognition, everything. How will you compete against the other guy, especially if you're still relatively new to this journey? I've been on self-improvement. I've been improving myself and working on business for over 4 years now. And a part of those 4 years, you weren't even aware that this was a thing. I've been in the gym for 10 years. So I was growing my business over the last 4 years whilst you still had a porn addiction. And you think you're going to compete. Suddenly that dream that you have of your future wife who's so beautiful, you're probably not going to be able to attract her if things keep going the way that they are right now. Because what percentage are you really living to your potential right now? When you think of all those bad habits you've been doing, that quick bit of chocolate that you eat, the few little bits of scrolling on Instagram, porn every now and then is not that bad, especially because it increases your testosterone. Are you at 80% of your potential? Are you working to 80%? Probably not. Probably more like 60, 70, right? So you should feel bad. You should feel anxious. You should feel competitive. Don't you want to go and secure this woman for yourself instead of letting another guy take over her? The truth is, the pussies have already clicked off this video because there isn't all those edits that I'm used to in my vids. We're talking about something too dark for most people, so they're getting a bit scared and thinking, yep, misogyny, whatever. Oh yeah, Hamza's gone crazy. I see that in the comments. When I make a video like this, like loads of guys comment it, and I just think like, this isn't being crazy. This is actually being sane. This is what's happening in the world. Your future wife right now, today, is getting a DM from another guy who's already more established because he got onto this path before you did. That's not crazy. Oh, Hamza's another wild take. That's not wild to say. It's the fucking truth. Anyone who's like even a little bit aware of what the dating scene is like knows that's the truth. If she's attractive, if she's a high quality woman, she's incredibly desirable. So of course other men desire her. The reason why it makes you feel uncomfortable is because you know that you are weak. Not just with where you are at, but your rate of growth. How much you sacrifice every single day for your goals. That's why you feel like oddly kind of disgusted and sad and agitated and fearful right now. Because if you were living to 100% of your potential, imagine every day you were checking every box. You were living the life you were supposed to. You were making all of the decisions you were supposed to. If every day you made those decisions, you would be watching this video with confidence. You would be watching this video with sheer fucking confidence, knowing that you're going to get her, knowing that you might have already gotten her. The reason why you feel so insecure watching this is because you know that you're going to miss out on what may be the most beautiful relationship that you could have because you've been slacking right now. Because you keep coping, you keep thinking to yourself like, oh, well, you know, Hamza's too serious with self-improvements. Like, 1 hour of video games won't be that bad. You've got a bad habit right now that you're thinking of. I know it for a fact that you're thinking like, why don't I just fucking stop it? And that Jeffrey part of your brain keeps convincing you that it's fine. There's a guy who doesn't have that part of his brain. There's a guy who doesn't allow that addiction to still rule him, who's sober from the thing that you're addicted to. And he's making just 2% faster progress than you. But when that compounds year and year and year, he looks so different to you. It's the difference between you being stuck at like 14% body fat to the guy who's got that shredded like 6-pack, 10, 11, 12%. And that's a small thing, you know, the girl who chooses the guy who's got the leaner body and, you know, that she's really shallow or something. Yeah, but it adds to it. It's part of your character, like your level of manhood, when you can stay clean from these things that you know are bad for you, that are stripping your potential and slowing you down. That's why this video will hurt so much, not because I'm making you visualize getting cucked, but it's because you're getting cucked because of your own work rate. It's not luck. It's not like, oh yeah, you know, she's a low quality girl. No. She's actually high quality as fuck. You said that yourself, right? You fucking pictured her out to be a high quality. So don't just start saying, oh, but she's a hoe now. Like it's so easy for you to fucking cope now, isn't it? But you fucking pictured a high quality girl. She's so high quality that she wouldn't settle, which is a good thing. Of course she's going to go for the best man available. You know, I used to go partying and I used to go to clubs when I was like 19, 18, 20 years old. And what I wanted more than anything was just to be able to like pull these girls to hook up with them. There used to be so many times where I'd be in the club and I'd make eye contact with the girl and she'd make eye contact with me, which was already like, that's a bit of a, like, not special thing, but it's like, that's the first sign that there's a bit of mutual attraction when like the girl will hold eye contact, you smile, then you start dancing and everything. And there'd be times when we'd dance, she'd grind on me, which means like she'd push her butt into me. We'd kiss. But then when I'd say to her like, oh yeah, we should go, you know, go back to my place. She'd be like, oh, no, not yet. Like, I'm just dancing with my friends. And I didn't really know what to do with that. So I'd kind of like, you know, act cool. I'll go dance with my friends and whatever for a little bit. I'd see the same girl leaving with some other guy. Now, if that other guy was worse than me, it would have made me feel different. But often that other guy always looked more fashionable and in shape, like more aesthetic than I did. He looked more confident. He looked more relaxed. And as much as I never wanted to dwell on it, you know, because I'm in the middle of a party right now, I'm not just going to get like it sad and black pilled right there. But it used to fucking hurt. Imagine that. Imagine like literally building up some kind of connection, even though it's fucking like degenerate, with this girl that you're holding eye contact, you know, you're bonding over, like laughing and whatever. And you see her leave with like a guy who's got like a nicer haircut than you and a guy who's wearing nicer clothes. When on that same night when I was getting ready, I was in that mind of like, oh yeah, well, I don't care what I look like. Oh, I'm not even going to put like product, you know, like gel in my hair today because I don't even care. And imagine then seeing her leave with the guy who's got better hair. Now, it's not just the hair, of course. It's not like she's just picking the guy who's got the better skin fade. Of course not. But it's like that guy's feeling a little bit more confident today. It's one of the extra things that have made him better than you, that have added to his package rather than yours. So there was so many times, because I was in this space for years, where I would literally see the girl that I wanted to fuck go home with another guy. And he'd fuck her. Of course he did. And if I didn't get another girl that day, honestly, I'd be going home horny as fuck, like a little beta male monkey. And a lot of the times I'd probably like end up fapping at home. Which is like, think about how fucking sad that is. Like, you could have been the guy who got the girl, but instead you're just fucking your hand and thinking about her getting pounded by Chad instead. Which life do you actually want to live? You can say it's degenerate. I don't give a fuck. You can be a strict Muslim, but still want your future wife. You can still be like a God-fearing man who's waiting for marriage, but you still want the best quality woman. So don't fucking comment saying, oh, it's degenerate. No. You want to get the girl, don't you? Even in strict cultures, there's still men competing for the highest quality women. It's just a human trait. Never get cucked again. None of this bakwas of you messaging this girl and then she starts posting on her story that she's like with some other guy, and the guy always seems like more fashionable, more popular than you. Because it's fucking gut-wrenching when that happens. You probably experienced that same shit when you're texting a girl and she takes a while to reply, and your gut feeling just goes, and then you see on her like Snapchat story or Instagram story that she's with like some other guy, or she's subtly posted or whatever. It's a horrible experience. And it's so easy for us to say like, oh yeah, well that guy's, he's an idiot, he's this. He's got a nicer six-pack than you. He's got a nicer car than you. He's got nicer hair, fragrance or some shit than you do. And he might be a bit of a simpleton, but he's also more confident and charming and flirtatious than you are. Basically, he's just better than you. That's why he deserves to have the girl. Now, if you're sick and fucking tired of that and you want to start to be that guy who's better than the competition, because there's always competition with a good quality, beautiful girl. If you want to be the guy who gets her, well, you need a certain strategy. You need a certain protocol to make you stand out. That's why I'm not on self-improvement anymore. Because it makes you too much of like a fucking like weirdo who's not like those popular like chads. Instead, I created my own personal development plan. It's called the Adonis Protocol, and I released it completely for free. You get onto the Adonis Protocol, you commit your fucking life to it, because it will literally, it will kill you basically. It kills the current version of you, this cuck version of you, where you're so used to girls like stopping replying. It kills that version of you and recreates you. It causes like a rebirth where you feel like a new man. With that, you'll become that guy that is getting her. That, those like other like less developed guys will be looking at you thinking like, oh yeah, he's a dickhead, yeah, he's this. Adonis Protocol, I could have sold it, but I released it for free. It's the top link in the description. I hope it serves you well. Commit your life to it, and I know for a fact you're going to be looking back to this time thinking, fuck, I'm so glad that I really went hard on this. Go click on that top link right now. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah!